going to show you the fastest way to level up your weapons in Black Ops 6. So, the quick answer is zombies. Zombies. We got to play zombies, okay? And in this video, I'm going to show you the fastest way to do it. And this is going to be a standard way that's not going to get patched out as far as I'm aware. No ridiculous glitches, because those are getting patched out fast. This is a more long-term. And even compared to the glitches, it's generally faster than even God mode glitches, because you don't have to do a setup like that for a lot of them. But it depends. Now, this works for every weapon. Some are easier than others. The easiest to level up with this are assault rifles, SMGs, and LMGs. But I've done it with shotguns, and I've done it with sniper rifles, which are the most difficult to do with this. And then pistols also can be, pistols honestly might be the hardest, come to think of it, to level up with this. But it's still definitely doable, depending which one. The GS-45, that would be the easiest, because it gets explosive damage from Pack-a-Punch. But anyway, so zombies are hands down the fastest way to do it. All you're going to really want for this is you're going to want whatever weapon you want to level. You're going to put on any extended mag you can get. Whatever, look, as you level it, you're going to do, put on the better extended mag each time. Each cycle of zombies, we're going to, go from, it's diminishing returns, but you'd go from, like, level 0 to level, like, 15 or level 12, then from there to level 20, and then the next time, so it's, like, 0 to level 40 on a weapon might take, like, an hour doing this, which I can tell right now is a hell of a lot faster than multiplayer, unless they change it in the future. So this is going to be hands down the fastest way to get your things unlocked. Now, the whole purpose of this is like showing you like a speed run method to do this. Like, because you can turn off certain things and make it go slower and then have it be more consistent and safer if you're not able to do it the way I'm going to show you. But I'm going to show you all the details. It's something I've used in a previous video, and I'm going to show you the way to do it to make it the most consistent. Now, for stuff here, what you want, frenzied guard your weapon, and a frag grenade is generally the best way to do this, in my opinion. And then, other than that, there's augments. If you don't have any augments researched at all, then the one that you're going to want to research first, most importantly, is Juggernog. That's going to be your biggest thing. And what you're going to get is eventually you get Turtle Shell, which is extremely helpful for farming this method. There's a spot we go, and when you'll have enemies swarming you, but it's fine. You can kill them all. But when you have to reload, you take damage. But with Turtle Shell, you can just turn your back to them while you reload and then turn back around and start shooting. So that's the most important thing. If you have that leveled up, then you can level up Napalm Burst just for additional damage. And then you can level up Frenzied Guard, augment researches eventually to get something in there. It doesn't, it's not a huge deal. The main thing is just that Turtle Shell. But not required. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. Also, don't forget to equip it in case you forget to do that, which I've done before. After that, we're good to go. Go ahead and use whatever weapon you're trying to level. Put on the best extended mag you had, like I just said. And I'm going to do this solo. I think it's easiest to do this just solo. And it is on Liberty Falls. First thing you're going to do is grab this, turn on the Rampage Inducer. I'm going to kind of explain to you the absolute fastest way to get everything done. So immediately sprint over to the hotel. If there's any zombies right there, kill them. You're going to open up this door. Now, depending on the weapon, you can mow them down. With this one, I'm using a sniper. I'm trying to level this right now for a different video I'm making. So I'm leveling up this frost line. But yeah, you kill all these guys, and then you just jump down. And you just start killing all these zombies. After you kill all the zombies, you're going to work your way to the north. We're trying to get over to, I think it's Frank's Hardware is what it's called. Oh, is that money? I need to grab that. That's a 2x. All right. If you get any 2x double points, definitely take those. And if you can, you want to wait till right when a round's starting or ending. So we're going to head back over to here. There's Ollie's Comics. And if you have a double points while doing this, that's great because you can go over here. You can shoot over there. And it gives you this 500 point power up. So after that, we're good to go. Now we just go ahead and farm the zombies and work our way over to the church. Once you have enough points to open the gate to go to the church, you're going to head in here. You're going to take that frag grenade and you're going to cook it. And then once it gets about like that, you're going to throw it up there. And it'll blow up a thing on top of there. It's a little Easter egg. And that will make it rain a bunch of money and different items. The most important thing is not just the money, but also it's going to drop an ether tool, which will either be green or blue, which will allow you to upgrade your weapon to green or blue for free. So let's go ahead and grab things as they come. Go ahead and clear zombies in front of the church. Keep on farming that money. And just to make clear about what I was talking about, this is the ether tool. I got a green one, which is unlucky, but most of the time you're going to get a green one. But now my weapon got to green without having to pay 500 scrap. You're going to get in the church as soon as possible, and you're going to blow up all these crystals. Every wave, you're going to want to go in here and blow up these crystals because they often drop salvage, and that will allow you to upgrade your weapon more rapidly. Also, as soon as you get 5,000 points banked up, you're going to go ahead and you're going to pack-a-punch your weapon in the back of the church. So the pack-a-punch is back there. Just 5,000 points, you can go ahead and buy it. Also, since you have Rampage Inducer on, I would not recommend clearing the zombies inside the church. If you're inside the church trying to clear them, you can easily just get totally screwed up and just die. So I recommend just taking them over to the street down here or something, mowing them down here, or just running around through the cars up there. Just do something other than the church. The church is a death trap. Once you have enough salvage, 500, you're going to head over to the arsenal, and you're either going to get napalm burst, or if you have a really crappy weapon like a sniper or a shotgun, you could consider getting brain rot. Just because it'll clog up the choke that we're going to be fighting in and makes it a little bit easier to stay alive. I'm going to get napalm burst this time, but with a sniper, I actually normally get brain rot just for the sake of, like I said, there's a choke point we kill everything in, and it kind of clogs it up with random zombies. It can help sometimes, but it's totally not necessary at all. Like I said, as soon as you get enough money, go ahead and pack punch your weapon. Depending on the weapon, there's special effects. If you're leveling the 7.62 sniper rifle, for example, then it gets to be the most OP weapon in the entire game for zombies at that point because it does explosive damage. But each weapon, the main thing you're doing is for the ammo capacity and the damage. Once you have that first upgrade, just get back to killing, or you can go ahead and move to the spot. So the spot that we're going to use here is go over here, and you're going to get over on top of the bank. And what we'll do from the bank is we can go over here and unlock this gate. And we'll go back here and just get right along this ledge. I recommend crouching before you get over here just so you can kind of inch your way to the edge. Then all the enemies will funnel through here. And what's really crazy about this spot is that the enemies not just funnel through, but because you're back in a little triangle spot, basically, they all kind of go single file. They can kind of slip around to the right, but for the most part, they tend to just go straight. They only really go to the right if they get knocked over to the right, like you hit them but it doesn't kill them or something, or sometimes they'll push each other over to the right, like right there. And so you do have to pay attention and be ready to aim to the right a little bit. Now, the thing, like I said before, we have turtle shell, which we're probably going to see here in a second because I have to reload, is I turn my back while reloading, and then I'm not supposed to take the damage. Although, in order to do it, you have to get the Juggernog upgrade. So the Juggernog upgrade, you probably already know where it is on this map. It's down here in the bank. And there's the Juggernog, and I do recommend getting that pretty early. And then also getting, depending on your weapon, the Speed Cola can be really good because you can reload faster. Now, in my case right now, I'm actually leveling up a sniper rifle, so the reloading is very important because I will run out of ammo before clearing the waves, even pretty early on, and I'll have to reload at some point in it. But yeah, then you can get all those things, you can just head right back. There's something else that you need to know about for the higher waves. So if you got to pay attention to your health. Gotta pay attention to your shields and all that. And if you're starting to get pushed off, you can just drop off behind you. Fall damage is not lethal in this game. So if they're pushing you and you just think you're not going to survive it, like it's getting too bad, you can just drop down, like just back up, no matter how low your health is, and it will not kill you. So you'll be totally fine. So whenever things go bad, do that, wrap around, and just run right back up here and get right back in position again, and just repeat. And if you do it like that, there's no amount of waves that are a problem. But you will want to stop after a certain point because it just starts to have fall off, where the zombies' health keeps increasing, but your ability to do damage to them does not scale forever, because we're going to go back and we're going to keep upgrading the weapon, but at a certain point, there's no upgrades left to get. And so because of that, there's a certain wave where the fall off starts to be too extreme, which I would say is, depending on your weapon you're using, between wave 26 and 31. And you can exfil if you want, or if you're just trying to get weapon XP, you'll just leave the match. You don't need to exfil at all if you're trying to get weapon XP. So I usually call it, depending on the weapon, I usually call it around like wave 28, maybe 30. Now, if I was using the 7.62 sniper, I forget its full name, that one can probably go to like wave 35 before you need to leave, just because it does so much damage in a giant AoE that it just is pathetic clearing the waves, and you can just keep going for really high waves before it starts to, be too slow. And then, so yeah, so you're trying to min-max between, at this point, you're trying to min-max between the fall off of the gun at the high rounds, and there's a kind of a math there, so yeah, just be sure to, finish at a certain wave, like, like I said, 26 to 31, depending on the gun normally. So the biggest thing is, as you get enough scrap, just zip line back and go upgrade the rarity of your weapon and go upgrade the Pack-a-Punch. If you don't know, it's 5,000 for the first Pack-a-Punch, then 15,000, and then 30,000. As for the scrap, it's 500 for green, 1,000 for blue, 2,500 for purple, and then it's 5,000 for the legendary. Now, if you're doing this the right way, you won't get the legendary upgrade. You'll probably leave the game before getting that much scrap. but you'll definitely get 2 purple rarity. There's also an arsenal right up on top of the bank right over there. You can use that one as well, whichever one you prefer, depending on what's going on. Eventually, you'll start getting abominations as you go up, and they're not really much of a problem. But the issue is that they will eventually run up here, and they'll knock you off the ledge, which just becomes a normal part of the rotations. They'll knock you off the ledge, you run back around, and you just go back up and repeat. Now, if the enemies are doing too much damage to you, then you can just drop off and run around. You can also upgrade your armor to at least blue. Or if you're here long enough, when you get 14,000 extra you don't need, you can go ahead and upgrade it to purple over at the church. Also, I don't recommend grabbing the nukes ever because it won't give you any weapon XP and it won't give you any points in the match. It'll actually put you behind. So don't grab a nuke unless it's right at the end of the round. It will give you 500 bonus points just by grabbing it, but any enemy it kills, you don't get the points for, so keep that in mind. There's also an ammo thing right there in case you didn't notice, so you can just, replenish ammo whenever you need in this spot. Also, if you have that turtle perk, you can actually turn your back and wait for your health to regen if you have additional armor plates like this. And you can just keep putting plates in and then turn around when you get the right chance. So there's another way you can stay up, but it's just costly on plates. And also be careful because when you turn around, you could have this happen and just insta-die. So there's some nuance there. But again, I'm using a sniper rifle, and the sniper rifle is literally the worst for doing this. Like, you want to use an LMG assault rifle, SMG. Even shotgun's better generally, unless you get the 7.62 sniper rifle that does explosive with pack-a-punch. So, now, be aware, the sniper rifle is the absolute most difficult thing to level with this, but it's still faster than any other way to level it. So for this particular gun, I'm on round 26, and it's pretty bad. So I'm probably going to end it right here, but because this is literally the worst, like, maybe other than pistols, it's probably the worst one to level up with. But even now, you can see it's still pretty crazy, especially with that perk, if you ever get that augment. So you can just sit around, wait for your HP to come back. And so now my HP's back. Nice turn, start shooting. And if I get pushed off, I wrap around and come back up. So it makes it a lot easier to stay in this place if you have that augment. It's insane. But yeah, for this crappy weapon, well, it's not that this weapon is so crappy, it's just that it's just not good for this. It's just not good for anything other than PvP, basically. But yeah, around this point, though, you either just go till you die, or you literally leave match, or if you really want to, you can try to exfil at, wave 26 or whatever. But yeah, I'm definitely getting out after this here. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave the match, honestly, and we're gonna see what the rewards are. All right, well, I got these levels for the Frost line, which it gets exponentially difficult as it goes up. It was almost level 41, and there's no more double XP. Man, it was nice. If there's ever a double XP weekend, you do this, and that same thing, I would have gotten to like level 45 or whatever. I think it's max levels 42 or something for this gun. I don't know. But yeah, it's 0 to 10 or 0 to 12 or something the first time, and then like 12 to 20 the next time, then 20 to 28, or then like 28 to like 34, and then 34 to like 40, and then 40 to like 44. It's one of those situations. I wanted to add this in real fast. I did another one with a fresh weapon just to show that you get more in 4 levels. So I did the SVD, which was actually surprisingly not horrible. I went till wave 30 and then just left match because it was getting too slow. And the SVD took from level 1 all the way to level 13. So there's what I'm talking about, where like the one I did it with the sniper, only got 4 levels. That's good diminishing returns. So this took like 20 minutes, maybe 25, and I got the first 13 levels. So basically like 2 multiplayer matches or something like that. So definitely fastest way to levels up. Now, if you follow along like I did in the video, then it's going to take, I don't know, about 15 to 25 minutes to get all that done. So you can, without double XP weekends or anything like that, you can take a weapon from, depending on the weapon. The sniper was terrible for this. It's like the Frostline is like the absolute worst other than pistols. But you can take one up to from 0 to level 40 in probably like 4 of those cycles or whatever. So it's between 1 and 2 hours depending on the gun. Probably an hour and a half to 2 hours depending on the gun. And for something like Frostline, maybe 2.5 because it's just so damn bad for everything other than PvP. So it's going to be the fastest way to get weapon XP long term, unless they add something else into the game, or if they rebalance and make multiplayer just give insane amounts compared to what it does now. They did in the most recent patch increase the amount the multiplayer gives. I haven't really tested that too much, but I struggle to believe that it's going to be faster than zombies, because I can just get so much so fast. Like basically 2 games of PvP and I'll get, you know, from 0 to 12 or something like that from doing zombies. And I feel like even now that's going to be way faster than multiplayer. But yeah, so if you need to unlock any weapon attachments, in my particular case, I was really wanting to get the, I don't even know what this thing's called. R&K multi-zoom is what I was after. I wanted to try this thing out real bad. That's why I was leveling this one. So yeah, if you have something you want to get, specifically, you know, I'm trying to get optics for certain guns and bring them over to other guns, unlock them. So whatever you need, whatever you get, you know, if you needed to level up your weapons, this video hopefully helped you out. Now you know, as far as I'm aware, the fastest way without God mode glitches, and even with God mode glitches, it's still comparable speed and in some cases faster, but fastest way I know of to get weapon XP and level up your weapons in Black Ops 6.